I am a registered nurse, and I chose that career thinking I wanted to help people, and a lot of nurses say that. But I knew inside me that I probably wanted to do something a little bit more than that, but really didn't know what that was.
So that, I mean, in thinking about how are you called to nursing, and I was really thinking that the call was really a call to leadership, and nursing was the way to get you to leadership.
I agree. But it's only clear when I look back.
Yeah,
it's
right.
really only clear when I look back that being a nurse certainly has been foundational. Right.
When I first started at St. Pat's, and I learned from you and all of the nurses here, nursing is both art and science. And I think we have an added responsibility today to help create or maintain or sustain, whatever the word is, a culture that allows people to continue in the art of nursing or the art of caregiving, and help our younger people understand that it goes beyond technology. It goes beyond whatever, but the touch and the care and the love and the concern that is what healing is all about, really. I think is an important thing. And how do we teach that in our whatever, what do we call it, new employee orientation
or
caregiving, really?
Right. Well, you and I have had this conversation too about culture is fragile. It's fragile, and I don't think it's the St. Pat's culture that's fragile. I think in general, a culture, we talk about it, it's steeped, it's deep. You think, oh, it's here forever. The Sisters of Providence has been here 170 years, however.
Yeah.
And then, but what a leader can see, and what I've seen across time, if you're not nurturing it, paying attention to it, calling it out in whatever way you can, it can change overnight. The leader of the organization has an immense responsibility to be paying attention to the culture. And at St. Pat's, I'm not really sure when I came to St. Pat's that I knew what that was either. And it wasn't like necessarily Elsie or Sister Catherine. It wasn't the presence of the nuns. Many people say that.
Right.
But what I learned or saw was really the focus, in particular of the nurses on the patients, sort of at any cost, at any level, all the time. One of the stories early on in the ICU, I still remember Kelly had been in the ICU for a really, really long time, and there was a patient that was dying, and the family wanted to take him home. And back then, we weren't talking about hospice much or palliative care. I mean, this was in the early 90s when I first got to St. Pat's, but she just really felt that it was not right for this young man to die in the hospital. So on a weekend, didn't ask permission, didn't occur to her that she couldn't do this, made arrangements for the ambulance. And the young man was on a ventilator. She got the ambulance, twisted the arm of the owner to bring the ambulance in and take this patient home on a ventilator, and rode in the ambulance. I mean, she was on shift and rode in the ambulance and took him home with the family, and then extubated, so took the tube out. I mean, she's doing all of this on her own because she knew is really what the family wanted, and what that patient really needed was to die at home surrounded by that family, and did that all in and I remember coming in on Monday, hearing the story and thinking, I mean, incredible. She broke every rule in the book to do what was right. So to me, that's really what that was the essence. And I thought, not that day. I didn't think, oh, that's what Catholic healthcare looks like, or that's what faith. It isn't never that way, but it was sort of that sense of she did, and you couldn't. As a young leader, it didn't occur to me to sort of look at the rule book and say, Kelly, why did you do that? The environment was such that everyone said, Kelly, that was wonderful. And I just got sort of steeped in that.